All right, what's up, guys? Trey here. You know, we need an official community name. We use Boxer. Let's go with Boxers. Let's start this over. Hey, what's up, Boxers? Trey here. First off, a little bit hot. Gotta take this off. AC is turned off, so it's not loud for you guys. Let's start this over. All right, Boxers, Trey here. So we're gonna do something different this time. Something new. Something I'm excited about. We're gonna go over your comments. You guys have left a ton of comments. Our comments are up 700%. But that's awesome. Thank you for your comments. I'm gonna answer a lot of your comments, some of your questions, and also I'm gonna ask you guys some questions. So let's get to it. All right, so here we are looking at the comments here in our YouTube channel. The first one here is from Michael Harrison. What's up, Michael? As a long time, gamer graphics have been the most appealing to me. After watching your video, Trey, it does make sense to look at the different types of games. Now, this is on the 10 game idea sources video. Awesome, thanks, man. In the past few years, my brother nags on me for taking up the Ding games on Xbox Arcade due to graphics. The Ding games. The gameplay is as important as the game. Is if the graphics are good and the gameplay is bad. It is just bad in the graphical game created. All right, I'm not sure exactly what that said, but I think that you think that gameplay is just as important as graphics, but you have to have a good looking game in order for people to even play it and try the gameplay. And Michael, I agree 100%. All right, so next up, we have Olivier Besson, or Besson. But man, Olivier, if that's how you pronounce your name, that's a really cool sounding name. All right, so he says on the Game Dev Secrets video, you are actually referring to 10 ways to find, study, improve existing games, but nevertheless, it's interesting. Olivier, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one, because actually that video, Game Dev Secrets, is about 5 different game dev secrets that we use to create hit games. All right, so next up we have from Nazreen. He says, great review, non-bias. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. This is on the game design review video, and I really appreciate that. But the truth is, I just saw another comment I'm gonna be answering soon. It looks like I might've been wrong on some of that stuff, but hey, it happens. Only human, right? All right, from Kiki. Hi, can you do a video about exporting to iOS on Windows? Now here, Buildbox already replied to this. And if you're wondering, who is this mysterious Buildbox person? Is it a bot here in the office? Is it possibly Nick? Let's get on the Nick cam and find out. All right, so I'm on the spy camera that I got set up. It's a little webcam I have here in my office. And I've got Nick is right here. He's on the phone. Oh God, he's fast. He is too fast, man. God, we're gonna get him next time though. All right, so when you see Buildbox, you're probably wondering who that is. That is either me, Tiana, or Zach. You guys know Zach, he's on here all the time, right? You know me. Tiana also runs our social media, and she's on here a lot answering questions as well. So it's really anyone in the company who has access to the YouTube channel, and at this current time, it's those 3 people. But more people, Andy, Nick, and more will probably be on there as well. Okay, so Kiki, it looks like you got an answer on this one. Next up, we have Ancient Runner. And he said, I tried getting it on Windows 10. Now I have 7, but I'm okay. I have no internet. I'll get it next time. I guess he's talking about getting Buildbox. Email support@buildbox.com, and they're more than happy to help you out, Ancient Runner 666. All right, next up we have one from Mr. Random. He said, hey Trey, please create a tutorial about making a game sprite sheet, character background, object, etc. Mr. Random, there's one problem. I do not know how to do that, but Buildbox does create the asset sheets for you. So you don't actually have to deal with that stuff. Now there is some management stuff that we can teach you guys, and I think that's a really good idea to do that, how to delete things from the asset sheet and more, but we don't actually build our own sprite sheets and then use them in the Buildbox software. So no need to do that with our software. All right, next up from Tejas or Tejas. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. He said, can you please make a tutorial on Android Studio? Let me tell you, this has been a huge request, and we know that Buildbox is very difficult to use with Android Studio, and instead of making a tutorial that's just an hour long and super complicated, we're just gonna fix it and make it super easy for you guys, then make a tutorial. So give us a couple weeks and we will have Buildbox being super easy to use with Android Studio. Thank you though, I appreciate that because we wanna know that a lot of people need this. And you guys have been pretty vocal, but keep it coming. It'll keep us on our toes and we'll have it for you fast. All right, next up we have from Fernando. How can I reach you to talk in the Buildbox forum? I think he's talking to Zach. Zach is on the forum, and it's best though if you actually ask him on the next live event. He's on there pretty often, but he is on the forum, but I'm not sure even what his name is on the forum, but I would ask him on the event next time. Speaking of the live streams, Kiki said, hey, when are the live streams? And honestly, they're kind of random, but we usually do it about every other day. Near the end of the day, we kind of get all our stuff done here. Then either me or Zach jumps on for a little while. So that's going to typically be around 4 or 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Best thing you can do is subscribe to this channel. Like and subscribe. And then you'll get notifications through your email, through YouTube, etc. as soon as we go live. All right, Sam said, please help. We will help, Sam. All right, then he says, Eclipse isn't detecting the project. Select the Android folder. I don't know why. So Tejas here below him said, select the whole game folder, not the Android folder. Hopefully that helps. I'm honestly terrible at that stuff. So I know a lot about Buildbox, and I know a lot about making games and marketing games and launching games, but the super technical stuff is not my strong point, or I would answer that for you. All right, here, next up we have Elon, or I can't tell, is this a capital? Yeah, look, they're a little bit different. So this one is an I, and that is a lowercase L. Elon or Elon, can you please try my game Cowboy versus Balls? Yeah, maybe I can do that next time. I'll have to remember that. But I'm going to start trying some Buildbox games as well. Would love to do that. XSP said, I read his mind when the game over buttons appear. Awesome. Oh, this is a great one from Vladimir. I noticed you still have my game Jumper Stay on your phone, and it was released on December 2016. Do you still play it? Vladimir, I actually think your game is great, and I'm going to feature it in an upcoming video that we're shooting probably in a month or so, and I had it downloaded again so I could showcase it in that video. I was recording it and playing it. So yeah, but I do play your game. I think it's a really good one. Ghost Phantom said, how can I make the jump menu go to random worlds? What I mean is, instead of going to the next world, that I reach a specific place with a jump menu, transform the character to another place randomly. Now, Naliak here said that it is not possible to do. There is some kind of hacky stuff you can do. Go to the forum and type in random, randomize, things like that. And that's just buildbox.com/forum. And you'll get some help there. There's a lot of people talking about that. We are going to have it native and an easy way to do that in 3.0. Great question. I appreciate that. All right, now next up we have Kimura, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, and they are the developers of Tiltagon Turbo. They say, hey, thanks for featuring our game in the video. Glad to hear you like the graphics. Tiltagon Turbo can actually be played both in portrait and landscape modes. I'm glad you told me that. I was a little confused because I didn't know that. Also, by default, the game auto-calibrates the accelerometer when the game is starting, and there's a message that I missed. Okay, well look, that's huge. That was honestly my only real complaint with that game. So that's awesome, man, because it's a very good game. All right, the auto calibration can be set manually as well in the settings. So thanks again. Well, thank you for letting me know that. That's really cool and great game. All right, here's one from Ian Song. I want to buy Buildbox, but it's more expensive than a gaming laptop. Can you please do sales and stuff? We have done one sale ever in the history of Buildbox, and that was at Cyber Monday. Don't know if we'll do it again. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of doing sales because I feel like it's not really fair to the people who are paying for Buildbox, right? They're kind of like, man, I just bought this, and then now you're doing a sale. So whenever we do a sale, we try to like give it retroactively anyone bought in the last 30 days and that kind of stuff. But I'm not a huge fan of sales, so I wouldn't hold, really wouldn't hold out on that one, to be honest with you. All right, so here's from Fausto. Question, is it possible to create a game like Zelda Link to the Past on Buildbox? Like we are seeing everything from above and can turn right, left, up, and down. Totally possible in Buildbox 3. I actually wrote that one. All right, that was me commenting as Buildbox. But it is totally possible in 3.0. You could do some of it though, definitely in 2.0, but probably not to the extent that you're wanting to do with upgrading characters and having items and all that. But you will be able to do all of that a lot more in 3.0. All right, we're going to stop with this one from Indie Game Labs. Love this type of video, Trey. Your comments about different games provide cool insight to your thinking about games and how to make better mobile games ourselves. Answered, thanks. That was by Tiana. And thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. And we will be doing more stuff like that in the future. So that's awesome, guys. Thanks for your comments. Keep them coming. I'll try to do more of these. And in the meantime, I've got a question for you guys. For you. What are some of the hardest games that you know of? I want to do a video game where we look at really hard games like the Impossible games, stuff like that, Super Meat Boy, but we look at it from a game design perspective. I haven't seen anyone talk about that. So let's talk about some really hard games. If you can comment in this video and tell me the hardest game that you like. It's got to be a game that's fun, okay? And we'll analyze that and talk about that. Also, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do that. See more stuff like this. Like this video, subscribe, all that stuff. It's mandatory to say at the end of every video. Trey Smith, I'll talk to you later. Like and subscribe.